How many fucking times do we have to explain? White privilege means that your fucking kid can go to the wrong house accidentally and not get fucking shot because of the color of his skin. White privilege means that your fucking teenage brother can walk home from the store with a hoodie on and some Skittles in his pocket and not get fucking killed for it. White privilege is when your fucking 12-year-old can play with a toy gun and not be killed within 2 seconds of the cops arriving. White privilege means that you can get fucking pulled over and reach for your driver's license and not get fucking shot because a cop is scared of the color of your skin. White privilege even means that you have a better chance if you do commit a crime of being arrested and allowed to go through the system than being fucking shot and killed because the color of your skin scares the fucking... I don't want to hear about your fucking hardships as a white person. Everybody has hardships. The fact is, you have a better chance because the color of your skin is white. Don't fucking tell me white privilege doesn't exist. You're just too fucking privileged to notice it.
This video might not go anywhere, but I hope enough people will understand what the man is trying to say.
What Leopold did, 25 million people killed in Congo, hands chopped off and chocolate bars made in the form of hands. And the Belgians will be eating chocolates to celebrate the death of the Africans. When I get into the atrocities of the European and colonial system, particularly the slave trade and the Congo genocide, I actually get upset because you cannot have 2 million Jews who die in Germany and you coin up words, anti-Semitism, anti-what, to protect the Jews. And you look over your shoulder, you have more than 100 million blacks who have died and have been killed. And there's no one who has come up with the concept of anti-black. And Jews are allowed to celebrate. And if you say anything against the Jews, then you are labeled as anti-Semitic.
But can't black people do the same thing?
We don't have control over the system that narrates this story. 2 million Jews die. Hitler is the most horrible man. Leopold kills 20 million Africans. And he's still not the most worst man that ever lived. Can you process that? Hitler kills 2 million white people. He's the most evil man that ever lived. Leopold kills 20 million Africans. He still does not appear on the list of the most wicked people that ever lived on the earth. There must be something wrong with this narrative. Totally something wrong with that narrative. It can be right by day, by night, by numbers, by mathematics, by ethnography. It cannot be right. That the whole world watches the massacre of black people and says nothing. I think there's disparity right there. That someone is not being honest about the authenticity of history and the dignity of human life. And if this is true, that 2 million Jews are much more important than 20 million Africans, then maybe we're on the wrong continent, where value of human life must be equal.
The value of life should be equal. No atrocity should be deemed as worthy or unworthy of remembrance or reconciliation by groups other than the ones that have historically experienced said atrocity. My content is centered around critically thinking and juxtaposing things that have happened in society with respect to the Black community, engulfed in the expressed intent to uplift the Black community. This is not about hate. This is not about anti-anybody or anti-anything. All myself and others are saying is that the value of Black lives in the eyes of these systems has been repeatedly shown to be less than. I'm going to go out on a limb here and speak for others when I say what frustrates us is the use of white supremacist ideology against one group has effectively been followed historically by the ability of said group to discuss, research, and in a general sense, reconcile the evils visited upon them by that white supremacist ideology. But sadly, that ability has not been translated to Black people who have historically been negatively affected in certain respects for a longer period of time and arguably greater magnitude of severity by the same bigoted ideology. If the value of human life is indeed equal, if the system truly does not hold or cause historical bias, if everything is really the same for everyone, why are Black people faced with dehumanizing responses to our historical trauma? Why are we effectively blamed for what centuries of strategic removal from a position of economic self-determination has caused? Why is it that the cities, schools, businesses, food industry, health industry, entertainment industry, financial sectors, housing sectors, technological sectors, etc., all reflect the opposite? The value of human life should be equal, which means simply that my community's ability to reconcile any historical situations that have clearly diverged from that fact should also be equal.
Benjamin, George, and Thomas are not America's founding fathers. Listen, I'm the pimp who built this shit in trust. At every chance, I'm unzipping my pants so I can pour out my penis and piss in your mouth. I'm nasty like that. You are my puppet, and I got you held up by my strings. Keep that gun at your temple. It's simple. I'm the pimp who built this, and I put drug dealers on corners so they can make my money, and I put white collars in corner offices so they can make my money. And while you're out here doing 9 to 5, I'm working overtime to make sure the hungry never get fed, to make sure them colored kids never go to college. Keep that knowledge shit out their head. I'm bad. Lucifer ain't got a damn thing on me. I fucked myself and gave birth to slavery. You thought when they genocided Native Americans they were moving west? Motherfucker, they were moving toward me. They call me capitalism. And I slit throats with dollar signs. I'll tie the American dream around your neck and laugh while you lynch yourself for a dime. Your soul is mine. All your thoughts belong to me. I'm the reason women take off clothes and keep a pole between their legs. I'm the reason executive directors bring their work home and never work on working on their homes. My favorite color is green. My only hobby is sex, and I do one hell of a job fucking people over. I rape the rich and I ejaculate on the poor as to keep my system in check. And the rest of y'all in the middle are like toilet tissue. I wipe my ass with you. Do you understand? I am capitalism. Racism is my son. Gentrification is his sister. The jail system is my illegitimate daughter, and public schools are my badass grandkids. Can't you see? All of your oppression is related back to me. I'm the king in this bitch, and I'm so slick with this shit I got you thinking you only work for what you need. My blood is made of envy. I breathe death into your greed. You are a slave to me. Bow down, get this money, sell your soul. Here's a nickel and a dime. Turn that shit into gold. Become cold, ruthless, destroy any worthless human being you have to. You worship me because I control everything. And I know you thought the devil was bad as hell, but the motherfucker ain't got shit on me. And the more you reach for that monetary peak, you become more like me. And when poverty is thick and a single mother has to sell her body to dick to feed her fatherless kids, remember, America never had founding fathers. It always had me. And believe I'm the pimp who built this shit. And you, well, you ain't nothing but my bitch.
For some reason, you guys think I'm defending America, which I'm not, because America has done some shitty shit, and I talk about it all throughout my page. What you guys are not understanding is the people that you are praising are no better. Seriously. So we're just gonna forget this happened, right? Where they were evicting Africans, blaming them for coronavirus. We're gonna forget that? Or how this Chinese filmmaker started talking shit in videos about Africa. We're gonna forget that happened too, right? Or what about this, where they put a sign saying they didn't want black people in their establishment in a McDonald's in China? We're just gonna forget this ever happened, huh? Yeah. Watch this video and I'll be right back.
Even this is all the Kenyans, like a monkey. Even Uhuru Kenyatta. All of them.
It's like a monkey?
Yeah, sure.
The president of this country?
Yeah, sure. You can go to court and tell me.
Whatever you are doing is extremely wrong.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't belong to here. I don't like here. Like a monkey people. I don't like. Don't with them. Smell is bad. And poor. And foolish. And black. Who like them? Why not the right people like the America?
Then why are you coming to do business in Kenya if we are poor, we are black, for money? Why is it that you need our money?
Money is important.
Money is important.
Sure. Why?
Seems like they like calling Africans monkeys. This happened in Russia. See, what you are is a Russian asset, a Chinese asset, trying to sit here and tell us the people that do this shit is going to actually care about Africa when they can't even check their own racism in their own country. Russia and China, they both can't check the racism in their country. But you want me to believe that these same governments are going to give a fuck about the continent of Africa? I fucking think not. I am saying Africa needs to stand on their own 2 feet. Stop looking to the west, stop looking to the east. Start looking within. We have seen over the hundreds and hundreds of years of all these other countries exploiting Africa. Why the fuck are we praising Putin? A dictator. Huh? For what? He don't give a shit about nothing but himself. We're so easily manipulated. We need to stand on our own 2 feet. Stop looking for the white man or the Chinese man to come save the day. We're brilliant. We're intelligent. We're creative. We could do this shit on our own. We don't need to go from one colonizer to the next. That is what I'm saying. The fuck? But yeah, y'all keep praising them snakes. And when they turn around and bite you, I hope you have a military to fight their asses back. Because who's gonna help Africa? Who? If Africans don't get together and start working together to be on their own 2 feet, who's gonna help them when those 2 snakes turn around and bite Africa?
I'm sorry, but this shit is fun. I knew I saw that face before. Bucky grew up and became Republican. Damn it, Bill Cosby. He came from wubba dubba doo Farrah Alba to wubba dubba doo Donald Trump. Oh my God. Yo. Have the day you deserve, Bucky.